Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video on the channel, and today we're going to be breaking down the top 5 linebackers, safeties, and cornerbacks in today's video, as well as a bunch of other player stats, talking a little bit about some extra stuff that EA has revealed. It is officially the end of the Ultimate Team breakdown week, so hopefully we will start seeing some more content and more stuff announced. Hopefully we get the database soon and all that kind of stuff. But before we get into the rest of the video, guys, make sure you guys drop a like down below and subscribe with notifications on if you guys have been enjoying the vids and you do not want to miss any coming out in the future. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, the first thing I want to point out, I literally just noticed this as I was doing my intro, in the top right, for currencies, there's this thing called cred. Now, I think that might have to do with like the yard and stuff and your personal player. I'm not sure, but just want to point that out. If you guys know what that is, you can tell me in the comments, but maybe it's an alternate currency, but it is next to training, so I'm not quite sure there. But taking a look at some of the cards they did reveal, they started off with Montez Sweat at the beginning of the stream, and obviously we know Montez Sweat, big, tall guy with really good speed and solid finesse move off the edge. He'll be a good budget guy day one, shouldn't be too expensive, and just be a fun card to use, good for football team, theme teams, and all that kind of stuff. Montez Sweat looking really solid. Wish he was an outside linebacker just so you could have him as a user, but he's fine at end. Definitely a really solid card. Next up, we got Leonard Williams coming in. Leonard Williams obviously had a fantastic year last year for the Giants. Had to redeem himself after having a couple down years for the Jets. Did really fantastic on that Giants D-line. Sadly, they didn't do him very well. He doesn't look that great. He's a solid pass rusher from the interior. Doesn't really have the speed. Okay run stopper, somewhat strong. Not super huge, but he's got good size for an interior pass rusher. I don't know. Leonard Williams looks solid. 66 speed just isn't enough, I don't think. 81 power move also. You'd like that to be a lot higher. 78 block shed, 83 tackle. Just not very high stuff. Not going to be a great card, but if you get him out of a pack, might as well keep him. Get him out of that Nat pack out of challenges or something. Might as well keep him, but definitely not a guy you want to go out of your way to get, unless you're a Giants fan, of course. And next up, we got CJ Mosley. Obviously, CJ Mosley did not play last year. He sat out because of COVID, but definitely a solid linebacker card. He's got okay speed, a solid hit power, okay block shed. Once again, gonna be another theme team card early off in the game. Just not really good. That zone coverage is not good. Speed not good. Not really liking the CJ Mosley card, but he'll be good for theme teams, Jets and Ravens alike. But then we got Dante Hightower for the Patriots. Exact same scenario. Not very fast, solid size, okay hit power, no zone coverage. Just gonna be really hard to use. Can't use him as a user, and you can't leave him out there CPU controlled because of that zone coverage. So Dante Hightower, not a fan of this card. Definitely not very good here. But now we got a card that I actually am a fan of, Quinnen Williams, interior D tackle, 6'3", 303 pounds, really looks good. Great size, really solid speed at 72 speed, solid enough run stopper, and 78 power move is solid. 67 finesse move is actually pretty solid for that as well. He'll definitely be a guy who's going to stop the run, and he's got better speed than like a Leonard Williams, and better power move, and bigger. So he's just a better Leonard Williams at this point. But Quinnen Williams, really solid card. Going to be a good defensive tackle off the start. And then we got Chase Young coming in for the Washington football team. That Washington football team D-line may be entirely elite with Daron Payne, Matthew Ioannidis, and Vita Vea. No, not Vita Vea. He plays for the Buccaneers. What am I talking about? But Chase Young looks fantastic. 80 speed, 85 excel off the edge is nuts. A nice 69 power move, 78 finesse move, 6'5", 260. He's huge with solid speed, solid run blocking ability, pretty agile, and really good finesse move off the edge. Will be a good speed rusher card off the edge at the beginning of the game. But Chase Young, definitely really solid. And then we got another guy they just did dirty, man. Zadarius Smith, not looking very good. 6'4", 270, obviously one of the bigger edge rushers in the league, especially at the outside linebacker position. Got really solid power move and solid run stop ability, but that 69 finesse move, although it's nice, it's not very good. 76 speed will just not get it done off the edge, man, and he's not big enough to really play on the interior. So Zadarius Smith, not a fan of this card. Just doesn't look good enough, man. But then we got Nick Bosa coming in for the 49ers. Nick Bosa, this guy is nuts. 6'4", 260, just about as big as Zadarius Smith, with a little less speed, but that finesse move is killer. Nick Bosa can also play on the interior a little bit. Same size as Zadarius Smith, but he's much bigger bodied. Zadarius Smith's actually it's kind of skinny compared to Nick Bosa. But Nick Bosa got that 85 excel, which means he's going to accelerate really fast. Solid run stopper, I should say. And then really good finesse move. Going to be able to move past guys very well. And Nick Bosa, just because of that finesse move, he looks really solid. And then moving on, we got some cards they revealed on Twitter yesterday. I forgot to go over in my video yesterday. So here you guys go. We got Tristan Wirfs, right tackle for the Buccaneers. Was a rookie last year and was arguably the best tackle in the league. Played fantastic. 81 strength, 84 awareness, 87 pass block, 84 run block. Really good pass blocker. Solid awareness, okay strength, solid run block. Very well balanced and a really good tackle card. And then also we got Cameron Hayward coming in from the Steelers. Actually looks like a really solid card. He is big, interior D lineman with not great speed, but great run stop ability and really solid power move. So he's going to get to the quarterback a little bit, although that speed will hold him back. But he's got really solid run stop ability, 86 strength, and like an 84 block shed. Looks really solid. But now we move on to our top 5, like I said, coverage linebackers, corners, and safeties. So a lot of guys are going to get left out because they had to cram all 3 positions into one day. Coming in at number 5, we got Bobby Wagner. Doesn't look fantastic. He's got solid hit power, solid run stop ability, okay zone coverage, but that speed just is killer, man. It's not good enough, sadly. But I think you could leave this guy CPU controlled and he'd be fine, just because that hit power, run stop ability is so good, and then the zone coverage is solid enough. Maybe will be able to hold up on his own. Might have to watch him though, but not good enough to be usered, obviously. But Bobby Wagner looks really solid. Definitely not the best middle linebacker card, but a solid option for sure, especially if you're looking for a CPU guy. And if you get him for free, why not use him? Think like that. And then we got Tyrann Mathieu coming in at number 4. Tyrann Mathieu looking fantastic. I'm a big fan of Tyrann Mathieu in real life and in Madden, because he can play like a slot corner role, he can play a safety role, he can play a linebacker role, he can play all over the field. That's what I love about him. He's got solid speed, 85 speed is pretty solid, 75 tackle, 83 pursuit, 77 hit power, a solid enough run stopper, but incredible in coverage. 86 zone is really good, and then 83 man on a safety this early in the game is fantastic. I know people who used Tyrann Mathieu cards last year in their nickel corner slot or their slot corner slot. So that is exactly where this Tyrann Mathieu is going to thrive. He's going to thrive at linebacker, safety, all that kind of stuff, because he's always good, has good jumping, always good coverage, and really solid speed. Tyrann Mathieu looks like a fantastic card. And then coming in at number 3, we got Jair Alexander for the Packers, arguably the best corner in the league. I'd say second, but let's not talk about that right now. Jair Alexander looking fantastic. 86 speed, 86 excel, 86 agility, 87 play rec, 88 man, 85 zone with an 82 press. Although that jumping is a little bit scary. Incredible coverages. No one's getting past this guy in man coverage. Really solid speed. Not the best speed, obviously, but good enough to keep up with those fast receivers if you really need to. Plus those coverages is going to make that speed seem higher than it really is, and that zone coverage is going to mean he can literally play anywhere on the field. You could play this guy safety and he'd probably still do well. Jair Alexander looks fantastic. He just kind of looks like a mini Deion Sanders card, although this card is better than the 85 Deion, I'd say. But Jair Alexander looks really good. And then coming in at number 2, we got Fred Warner. Gotta say, I'd expect Bobby Wagner to be higher than Fred Warner, but I guess he isn't. But once again, big problem with these guys. Linebackers don't have speed at the beginning of the year. Now, this card, I think, can get away with it with that 83 zone coverage. Although he's not the best run stopper, he is going to be all over the field, CPU controlled, covering up that middle of the field. So if you want to get yourself like a, who's a really fat, like you want to get yourself a Devin White that you can use her in the middle, but you want to have Fred Warner out there so the CPU can control, that's a fantastic idea, because the CPU will lock down with this Fred Warner. 88 play recognition plus that 83 zone is really good. Solid enough run stopper, not amazing, but solid enough. And then that speed is a little scary, but he should do fine. Like I said, CPU controlled. So Fred Warner looking like a very solid card, and he's gonna look really scary once he gets his upgrades later in the year. And the number 1, obviously, we all saw this coming. We got Jalen Ramsey, the best cornerback in the league, in my opinion. 85 speed, 87 excel, 83 agility, 86 jumping, 86 play rec, 88 man, 86 zone with an 89 press. Looks fantastic. incredible coverages, including press, really solid speed, extremely athletic. Jalen Ramsey doesn't have a flaw, man. Literally doesn't have a flaw. Like you talk about Jair, not the best jumping, not the best press. Jalen Ramsey is almost 85 plus on everything you can see, and 83 agility is still really solid. So Jalen Ramsey is just unbelievable, man. Unbelievable card. Will be really good day one, and will be good until like a month from now. He'll be really good, honestly. Jalen Ramsey could be a corner on a lot of teams for a while, but now we got some budget cards that we're going to go over. We're going to go over one of my favorite players in the league, Jeremy Chinn, obviously the beast safety hybrid player for the Panthers, who was playing all over the field, had 2 fumble recovery touchdowns in a game, 86 speed, 86 excel, 76 pursuit with a 72 zone and a 73 hit power. Incredible user off the start, and a guy you could throw back at safety and he'll be able to hold the zone just because of how big he is and how fast he is. And that hit power and zone coverage aren't too bad for a gold card as well. So Jeremy Chinn looks fantastic for a gold card and gonna be a fun card to use for sure. Can't wait till he gets some upgrades later in the year. And then we got Isaiah Simmons coming from the Cardinals, pretty much just Jeremy Chinn 2.0 with a little bit better hit power and worse coverage, because I believe Isaiah Simmons is main position linebacker. He's got 86 speed, 86 excel, 78 pursuit, almost looks identical to Jeremy Chinn. He's got that little bit better hit power, but the worst coverage, so really depends on what you prefer. Simmons is probably a much better user, while Chinn could probably rely on him to play solid at safety and come down in the box and be CPU controlled, and he's gonna do fine. But Isaiah Simmons looks like a fantastic budget beast card. Definitely a really solid card. And then we got coming in at corner for the Chiefs, the rookie sensation, L'Jarius Sneed. Played really well for the Chiefs when they needed him last year because they had no corner help. 86 speed, 84 excel, 80 agility, 85 jumping. Extremely athletic, not the best coverages, obviously. Nothing above 70. But if you need a guy purely for speed out there, L'Jarius Sneed is not bad. Not bad at all. Good speed, really agile. Will be a really solid corner option. And then obviously we got the user king, Troy Apke. Always has a really solid card. Last year I believe he had a team affinity card, and the year before that he had a team of the week card. So Troy Apke, always an incredible card in Madden just because of that speed, man. Speed, and he's 6'3". Fantastic user every year. Troy Apke, wish he was a little better in real life, but this card really looks really good because of that speed, man. And then we got another team affinity revealed. We got L'Jarius Sneed coming in for the Chiefs. Obviously we just went over his gold. This card looks even better, man. 89 speed, that is same as base Tyreek Hill, so that's gonna be super huge. Man-to-man archetype. 88 jumping, extremely athletic. Not the best coverages though, that is a little scary. Nothing above 80, so he is going to struggle out in coverage a little bit, but that speed will make up for it. L'Jarius Sneed looks fantastic. And then also we got some budget linebacker guys. Obviously a rookie, Micah Parsons, 85 speed, 84 excel, 75 hit power, going to be a fantastic user off the start. Won't be great CPU controlled because of that zone, but a really solid run stopper with good speed. Might be a little expensive because of that Devontae Smith set, but Micah Parsons looking really good. And then we went over this card last week. We got Jalen Smith from the Team Affinity program, 86 speed, 87 excel. Once again, a good user card if linebacker users are good. Will be playing outside linebacker, it looks like, because you can see his power and finesse move. We'll have to see what his zone coverage is and all that kind of stuff, but he looks solid. And then also we got the Gauntlet Forge, or the... is it the Gauntlet Forge or the Gridiron Forge? One of those things. You're going to get yourself an 87 JC Jackson from that. Obviously got the 2 times Patriots chem, which is really nice. And you're also going to be able to get his power up. And that's a sick image. So this card is going to be really nice. 87 speed, 89 excel, 85 play rate, 86 man, 82 zone. Looks fantastic. Really good speed, solid coverages, somewhat athletic. Going to be a guy... as a free corner, he looks great, and he's going to be a great card to have. And here's what he looks like powered up: 90 excel, 88 speed. Looks fantastic. But now we got to move on to some of these rookie premieres. 89 speed, JC Horn. We saw him, one of my favorite rookie premieres, just because of how freaky athletic he is, along with solid coverages. Pretty much just a way better L'Jarius Sneed. Has the same speed, way more athletic, and better coverages. JC Horn looks fantastic. And we also got a card we also went over earlier, Micah Parsons. 88 speed at linebacker is unbelievable. He has 1 less speed than Tyreek Hill. Going to be a crazy user off the start. Going to be really fun to use there. Incredible run stopper as well. And then we got Trevon Merrick coming from the Raiders, free safety. could be the best free safety in the game off the start with that 90 speed, 86 hit power, and then the coverages are really well balanced and solid enough. Trevon Merrick looks really solid and definitely like one of the better safeties in the game. And then also we got some screenshots from Twitter, which we have to go over. They did the little MUT trailer thing, and as you guys can see, this is what the packs are going to look like. Very strange looking, unique pack. We got the Superstars Welcome Pack, which we went over that on Thursday, which had like Russell Wilson in it, and then we got the Veterans Loyalty Fantasy Pack, which you're going to choose those 82 correlates in, which I made a video earlier in the week breaking down which one you should be choosing there, so check out both those videos. But that's a little bit of a hint at what those packs are going to look like. And then they did reveal a lineup here of some cards that they're going to be coming out. We got Andrew Whitworth and Patrick Ricard as elite. BC Sam Darnold's there. You got Kyle Trask behind him, Damian Harris, Benny Snell, and Peyton Barber, Chris Conley, Brashad Perriman, Zay Jones, Marquise Goodwin and Brashad Perriman are going to have really good speed. Devin Duvernay, really like him. You got Solomon Kinley, Trey Hopkins, Matt Skura, Lauren Duvernay Tardif, Austin Corbett, who's got a surprisingly high card, man. I miss him on the Browns. And then Marcus Cannon, Caleb Bagari. Evan Ingram will be a solid budget tight end just because he's going to have really solid speed. Jimmy Graham, and then Ryan Izzo coming in as well. And then also they did reveal some core league quarterbacks right here by just going through their substitutions. As you guys can see, there's an 82 Tannehill, 81 Prescott, 80 Matt Ryan, 80 Kyler Murray, and an 80 Matt Stafford. So there's some overalls for you guys. I think that's pretty fair. I think Dak should be a little higher than Tannehill, but other than that, I think that's really fair rankings. But that is pretty much it for all these screenshots that we have. Now we do have some players to break down on Twitter. Alright, so as you guys can see, they did reveal an 86 overall Stephon Gilmore, which this card looks really solid, really good coverages, solid enough speed, same speed as Jalen Ramsey, powered up, he'll be really good. Just a very well balanced corner that doesn't really have any flaws. He'll be really good, just kind of a worse Jalen Ramsey. That's what he is, and he'll be a really solid cornerback option, especially in the first couple weeks of the game. And then also, they did reveal another team affinity for the Buccaneers, Sean Murphy-Bunting. Pretty much just L'Jarius Sneed 2.0, 88 speed, really athletic, but just not very good coverages. I don't think that's really going to matter. I think he's going to be a fantastic card. I think I did overreact to L'Jarius Sneed a little bit. I don't think he's going to get exposed in coverage because we had that like AJ Terrell last year, who was an 84 overall team affinity, who just had speed, and he was one of the better corners in the game day one in the first couple weeks. So I think Sean Murphy-Bunting will be one of the better corners in the game just because that speed is incredible, along with those agility stuff, and he's got good enough coverages. A little scary, but we'll have to see how much those matter and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, guys, that is pretty much it. We went over a ton of brand new cards, talked about the Gridiron Forge, I believe it's called now, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe with notices on. But yeah, I'll see you boys in the next one. Peace out.